Hi, my name is Des O'Neill, and in this short video today, I want to bring you through the 8 steps of change. You see, over the past week, I've done some videos on why New Year's resolutions don't work, and then I've introduced accountants to the 7 stages of change. But over the past couple of days, accountants have been contacting me saying, Des, we love the first and the second video, but can you close out the loop and tell us, well, how do we actually change? That's what I'm going to cover today. Now, when I'm covering this is not my interpretation of how people change. This is actually a process developed by a man called Jim Loehr, who was founder of the Human Performance Institute. He has studied change, and he has worked with the top executives, top athletes, the top of the top. We're talking about Fortune 500 companies. He has worked with these people over a 30-year period, and he's identified, well, actually, if people want to affect change, there's really only 8 steps. And he's encapsulated this in an awesome book called The Power of Story. Step 1, if you want to change, is to identify your purpose and get total clarity about who you are and what your ultimate purpose is. Step 2, face the truth. You see, the thing here is that we tell ourselves stories. That over our lives, we have developed stories and patterns, and we live our own story. So, having identified our purpose in step 1, step 2, we need to face the truth. And facing the truth, what that actually means is to identify and confront your dysfunctional stories. What parts of your current life are off purpose? Step 3 is about choosing just one thing to fix. You see, oftentimes people go and they'll try and change everything. The secret to change is, well, what is the one core story that I need to change? What's the one thing that's off purpose that by addressing it will have the biggest impact? Step 4 in the process. What lies do you tell yourself to justify your current situation? And you see, this comes back to your stories. So what stories have you been telling yourself to justify the situation that you're in and keep the status quo? If we're not happy with something, chances are we're aware of it, but it's our stories that are keeping us stuck. And that's why step 4 is about what lies justify your current situation. Step 5 is actually about experiencing the lies. Step 5 is about sitting back and acknowledging that you do have stories that you tell yourself, to read those old stories and really experience it. This is key. You see, to experience the stories that aren't working for you, we need to really feel that. And you need to, if when you go to this step 5, if you're not feeling a little bit repulsed by what's happening, you actually need to go back and do step 4 again and analyze our stories and what are the ones that are creating the biggest incongruence. Step 6, this is where we take the old stories and now we need to replace them with something new. Think of it almost like a computer program. The computer is programmed to do certain things. And what we need to do is we need to write a new program. Write a new story that will change your life. So this is a new story. It's fully aligned with step 1, your ultimate purpose. It reflects the truth, and that it inspires you to take hope-filled action. What we need to do here is we need to write the truths that will change your future. Now, how do we make all this happen? Well, that's where step 7 comes in. Step 7 is where you create a change plan. And at the core of the change plan is rituals. What we need to do here is design explicit rituals, behavior-changing rituals, to ensure that the new story becomes reality. This is our 66 days to change a habit. New rituals. What is the change we're trying to make? What's the new story? What are the steps we need to take to make sure that this new story, this change, becomes a reality? And the final step in the process, step 8, to log your behaviours. This is where you create a daily accountability system for yourself, for the rituals that you've committed to, and you record what you do, how you do it. So, the 8 steps to change. Step 1, define your purpose. Step 2, face the truth. Step 3, choose one thing to fix. Step 4, identify the lies that justify the current situation that you're dissatisfied with. Step 5, experience those lies. Step 6, write a new story that will change your life. Step 7, create a change plan using rituals. And step 8, log behaviours. There's a huge amount of human science in those 8 steps, and Jim Loehr is a worldwide recognised expert in this. What do you need to change? What do you want to change? So, I'm Des O'Neill. Please scroll down, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this change process and how it could impact on you. If you want to find out more about me, head on over to desoneil.com. I'm about accountants and helping accountants make progress. That's why the 8 steps of change are important to me, and that's hopefully why they will be important to you. So, thanks for joining me here today, and until I see you again, let's get it done.